Okay, Elliot.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Everything is working now?
Yes,
Okay, good.
yes, good.
Okay, well, good evening, beloved mighty companions. Let's just start with the light, shall we? All right, well, tonight we are looking at the desire for the experience of attempting to search for salvation in form. So let's just go ahead and admit that we have a desire to experience something that is not peace. And we just ask you, Jesus, tonight, what miracles you have us perform. We just want to ask him, do we have a desire for the experience of searching for salvation in form? And just listen and see what he says.
I admit that I have that desire.
Yeah, I hear yes.
Yeah, me too. So now that we've admitted, let's go ahead and ask him, Jesus, would you help us get in touch with the raw essence of this feeling? So the how much we really want it, the desire for this experience, the relishing. Yeah, I can see all kinds of ways I attempt to seek for salvation in form.
And I relish it. I relish looking for salvation in form. Like, that's where the answer is.
I don't even understand like an alternative to that. Like it's kind of unthinkable, to be honest, for the ego.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when's the next weekend retreat? Where's the next book? Well, who's the next guru?
When so and so gonna get back with me so we can join on this thing? Yeah, it's like always something like that. So I'm hearing it's not really about what we try to do is the ego wants to push it out of our awareness, but what we actually want to do is give it to the infinite light. Because the light knows what to do with it. We don't. And there's such a joy in that. Yeah. When we admit that. Yeah, I think since we've looked at this one before, what we're ready to ask is what's below it. So what's below this, Jesus? This relishing.
I'm hearing one of the underlying supports is that the belief that the world is real and that I can actually find answers in form.
Yeah, I just heard that my ego wants to use, it's like you got to use your noggin to do that. You don't want to be out of your gourd. It's always pointing to the, yeah, it's always suggesting autonomy.
Having a hold on something, like I know something,
Yeah.
and there's freedom in that. Salvation.
Yeah, when it's actually enslavement, it's like the opposite. It's like being enslaved to the ego. So let's return to the relishing of the desire. Mary, are you hearing anything?
I was just hearing that, let me grab it here. That all this preoccupation with looking to form and this thing and that thing and whatever, totally distracts me from ever looking within. Like one big merry-go-round, one big one.
My spiritual ego wants to think that this that we're doing right now isn't that.
Oh,
Yeah, I see how it has sectioned off a little portion.
Yeah, when
But
we're looking directly, that's like
yeah,
where the juice is.
yeah, where inner and outer, like the dividing line between subject and object are no more, and it becomes very incomprehensible.
That's always a good word.
Yeah. But looking closely, I can see, if I look with the Holy Spirit about who woke up this morning, was it the ego or was it, it's like there's no, it's the answers are in the looking. So yeah, going back to the relishing.
Yeah, I'm hearing like, if this happens, then I'll be happy.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Just that train of thought, if this happens or when this happens, then I'll be happy. If or when.
And you know what I noticed? The ego isn't like, if I'm sitting, like it doesn't, it's not like maybe if I worked at a job where I had to stand, then it would be like, if I'm sitting, then I'm happy. But it's not going to be like happy with just sitting or just standing. It's always like, when I'm a movie star, then I'll be happy, or something to that effect. I think that's I'm exaggerating, but it does seem to have, what is that? Like exaggerated doership. And I see it does it with everything. It could do it with spiritual things. It could do it with worldly things. It could do it with anything. Goodness. When I sit upright, then I will be happy. Oh, I'm not sitting upright, so I better, it would do it with anything. I'm just seeing that.
Oh, yeah, like there's a rejection of seeing everything as it is, or accepting all things as they are, wanting something to be different, wanting a different answer.
Yeah, it's a rejection of responsibility for sight. Like, I'm seeing this, and ego steps in and says, well, it could be this. And then it makes it somebody's fault or something's fault or itself's fault. It's like it always, yeah, back to the relishing. Yeah. Desire for the experience of searching for salvation and for okay, I get it. It's like the ego wants to be in like it wants to be in the paradise and enjoy it at the same time. It doesn't want to be paradise itself, it wants to separate itself so that it can enjoy the water slides and the whatever, you know.
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
It wants to separate itself into two so that it can be, it doesn't want to just be paradise itself. It wants, because it wants to be in paradise, like drinking a pina colada, like swimming in the ocean with the dolphins. Like it wants to be.
Yeah, wanting to find solutions is in form is always wanting, what I'm hearing is always wanting to find solutions outside of myself. It's kind of shades of what I was hearing before, that we don't think the answers are within. We don't think there's a spark of God within that's going to give us the answers we're seeking.
Well, we are definitely going to need a miracle on this one. Goodness. Because I'm looking and I'm seeing that, like, it's just an endless not wanting to. Like, I don't want to be one. I don't want to be oneness. So there's some kind of like resistance. Yeah. It doesn't seem like a good deal. I just saw like a Monopoly board and the ego explaining to me, okay, this is my plan. And me going, that's the plan, and wanting to push the entire board off the table. Like what kind of plan is that? Can we do a light check? So yeah, let's just recognize the light and notice the contrast between not light and light. And yep, light's here. Even in the so-called not light, light's here. Does the light need to seek for salvation in form?
No.
I hear a no, but I also feel a ball of like something there.
Mm. It's like searching for form, where it's not searching for something where yeah, just searching for the form.
Yeah.
And then when I look as the light for form, I can't find any form there in the light. I can't find any form.
Yeah. It even looks like our cat is searching for salvation form. He was over there and he was looking at the screen. He was watching it. it was I imagined that he was looking for something. Even though it's just a bunch of swirling colors, it's not even there's nothing stable about it. And that's all life is too. It's just a bunch of swirling colors. And yet we try to find something.
Yeah, what is it that we're looking for? Like the
Salvation, right?
Because I was hearing stability, it seems to provide
Stability,
some,
permanence.
yeah, stability. Is
Yeah.
that, yeah, permanence? Mhm.
Something reliable.
Mhm.
Reliable, yeah. Something that's like consistently available and reliable. The only thing that is the light. But my ego, it's like the ego seems to think that there could be something other than that.
What he's showing me is just this huge preoccupation for looking for peace, love in all the wrong places.
Yeah,
Salvation.
it's like that one that we did before, looking for love where love is not, looking for peace where peace is not.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I could hear the ego kind of like get a little annoyed, like, ugh, well, where is it then? And it only looks in the pieces and the parts and the like, it views life as like a mechanism or something. I can even notice it right now. Oh, there's the dog barking. Oh, Mary's sitting over there. It's like it's all wanting to cut things up into pieces, like, and label them and give them definition and create a story around it. And it's just, that's not salvation. That's not the answer. If it was, then there wouldn't be something to seek for.
Always searching for a better thought or a better solution or a better plan.
Right. Seeking. It's like, it's yeah.
Never finding.
Yeah, it shows up as like wanting anything but the light.
And if seeking led to salvation, then older people who've been seeking for a long time would find it sooner. Like there would be some kind of thing like that, but there isn't. There's nothing like that. It's just it's here. It's now. The kingdom is here and now. But I don't believe it. I don't want to. Oh, Heather said a desire to believe there's always more healing to be done.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard to understand that I stand on holy ground and that heaven is here and that all minds are joined. Yeah. Because it seems like there's always more healing to be done.
We're always seeking for more.
Yep. Well, let's go back to the relishing of the original desire.
It's like wanting to deny the power of the mind.
Yeah, capital M for sure. It's like the divine, like wanting to deny divine power. It's because the ego, it like tries to make sense of that. Like it's like, well, but that would just look like chaos. And it's like, we need measuring sticks. We got to compare and like, what? Yeah. No,
Yeah, what I was hearing was like, I don't want to make a choice to see it another way. So like, I don't want the miracle, but I was also reminded of, it's like, Holy Spirit, decide for God for me. That thought of God, just to consider that I'm seeing it wrong, that there's another way to see it. So it's like asking for the miracle.
Yeah, that nailed it. Yeah, I felt that. The sincerity with the honesty of God. Can we see this another way?
Mm-hmm.
Like, show us, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we willing?
Yeah, because this holding pattern, the ego's holding pattern, it can't reach salvation. Like, it can't reach. It just loops and loops and loops and loops and yeah. Well, I think we're ready to ask if it's time for a miracle, if there's more to look at here.
Mm-hmm.
There's more to look at. But I did hear the ego say, what about my, and what about my, and what about my, and what about my, like, what about my blah, blah, blah. And you know, it's just, how will I, da, 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 da. Yeah. What if blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
I think there's feedback when I speak. I don't know if you all can hear that.
I don't hear it.
Okay.
What's that again, Renee?
It seemed like there was some feedback when I was speaking.
Yeah, I was hearing it.
Okay.
That's interesting because it sounds really clear over here. Huh. Um, yeah, I don't know the way to salvation. I don't have the answer.
Mhm.
It's not something the ego can come up with.
Yeah, I keep looking, thinking I'll find it though,
Yeah,
in the ego world.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for a miracle in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Takes a lot of looking and willingness.
Yeah, and it also feels like this one has been looked at before in many different ways, but maybe not this directly.
Mhm. Yeah, seeing the dead end, like all the dead ends, all the scenarios that play
It doesn't,
out,
yeah, it
and
offers,
how it's always leading, it's always pointing back to the light,
yeah,
with that willingness. But to look at each thing that he's showing, like specifically, just to stay with it is so powerful. Because then we um, what I see is usually the choice. Like he's bringing me back to that decision in the mind where, so that I can see that I want this more than God.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
I heard him say that we can trust spirit-led intuition. The reason the ego has a hard time letting go is because it thinks that the carpet is going to be 100% ripped out from under it and it's just going to fall endlessly into the void, but it's never been like that before, so I don't know why it would be like that now.
Yeah, when we look in the light, is there any fear of, is there any fear of something happening?
That's a good one to look at. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the unknown. It's just I don't know. That's what is most fearful,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
that indicates a lack of control.
Mm.
And I want to control life, and I want to know where it's going, and I want to do things that lead to a positive outcome, and yeah. I don't want to miss out, and I want to, yeah, it's just, it has a million and one of those.
Mhm.
It's very subtle and sneaky, this looking for salvation in form. Shows up in all kinds of ways.
Yeah, I need to make money. I need to not have too much money. I need to give a certain amount of money away. I need to have food. I need to this. I need to that. I need. Yeah, it's just needs.
Yeah, I'll be saved if or when this happens.
I need to be safe is
Mm.
really what it is.
Safe.
I need to be protected. Yeah. Didn't mean to interrupt you there, Mary, if there was something else that you wanted to share. Yeah, it's back to that power. There's some kind of power with the control thing. It gives us, there's a payoff there.
There's pride. Is what, like, I
Look at my accomplishment.
with all this looking, he's showing me how much I relish pride and think that there's freedom and salvation through pride and through playing in form.
Oh yeah, I mean he's even shown me, oh look, now you think that no, situation is a problem because you can just join on it. It's just a whole layer of pride, yeah. And then the ego uses that as a way to put things on the back burner like forever. Well, I'm not gonna look at this because I don't really have any problems anymore. And yeah.
So our timer went off, just so you know, about 3 minutes ago.
Okay.
Doesn't mean we have to quit, but it's just an indicator.
Well, I feel like we did get a miracle on this one. There just seems to be a little bit more to look at. I'm hearing if we stay with it for about a minute more, that will open something. Yeah, I feel the miracle.
Yeah.
I feel like a freshness.
Just a willingness to step into it.
Yeah.
Well, and wanting to see it a different way, willing to see it a different way.
Yeah, we have to go there with the Holy Spirit. Like we have to walk with Jesus into it. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. It feels good.
Clear.
It feels clear.
Yeah, it does.
More spaciousness.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, beloved mighty companions. Have a wonderful evening. Is there any announcements or anything?
I don't know. We don't know yet what we're doing for tomorrow night, so just stay tuned.
Okay.
It'll be given by
Wonderful.
Spirit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of assignments going on.
Nice.
Yeah, next weekend is the movie. And so we're preparing for that. That'll be really interesting.
Okay. Well, everybody have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.